Hey everybody, this is Tell True Sports Radio. I'm your host Ron Fitch, and I'm going to talk about the first game, Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami Heat. It was Miami culture versus the youth of the Charlotte Hornets, and it was a great game, back and forth. The Heat take a lead late, and Brandon Miller and Kobe White. Brandon Miller hits the shot, and Miami makes all their free throws. So the Charlotte was scoring and fouling, and they're making all their free throws. So they're down three, and Miami wants to foul, but they ran a great play because Kobe White caught the ball in the corner. You don't want to foul because it could be a 3-point play. Caught it, rolls up, hit the tough shot. I like the play because Kobe White was an unsung hero. 114, 114. I wanted overtime because I love this game. I want a double overtime. So well, this was the Lamelo Ball was horrible. He's 2 for 19 in the fourth quarter. I mean, for the 4 quarters he played in the game. But when OT went and they needed a basket, he provided it. When Miami Heat was able to make a comeback, and it's a 2 point game because Tyler Hero hits a three, and LaMelo Ball was casually bringing the ball up, turn the ball over, bad turnover. He wasn't strong with the ball. So Tyler Hero still drives to the basket, drives for three. LaMelo fouls him stupidly. And I'm thinking, oh man, I hope he's not to go to the game. He's got to take this all off season, shooting bad, making that dumb foul. And Tyler Hero makes all three shots. So they're up one, and LaMelo hits the big shot. Tough shot. Jaquez had an angle, but he didn't was able to get the block. LaMelo looked like he was stumbling, drives all the way, lays it in, and scores. And Mitchell is driving for Miami. Got a good angle, but Bridges was able to get that block. They all hustled. They took the pass away from Mitchell, and they took his block away because you only have 4 seconds to go up the court, no timeouts. And Charlotte played it perfectly without fouling. Great win by Charlotte. Miami played the heart out, but with Adebayo, I hope that wasn't a dirty play by Melo. But Adebayo hurt his back, so they didn't have him. What a shame because he had a good year, 83 points. Didn't like how he got to 83, but he got to 83 nevertheless. And I'm gonna tell you, that was a good game. I'm hoping for all hope that it's Detroit and Charlotte because they don't like Melo Ball. Melo Ball doesn't like Detroit. There's bad blood that gets Detroit excited as a 1 seed. So they're going to be engaged. They're not going to take Charlotte lightly. Charlotte's going to be fired up to play them. But now, the game tomorrow, the Sixers are hurting. Say, for instance, Orlando wins. They beat the Sixers. The Sixers have to play the Hornets in Philly. That's a toss up because, Maxi's a great playoff performer. And LaMelo can't go 2 for 19 against in Philadelphia. That ain't going to work. But I'm hoping, as much as I like watching Philadelphia play, I'm hoping somehow, some way, we get Charlotte and Detroit because the NBA is built on those kind of intense rivalries, and that would be good. Even if Detroit beats them, it's going to be even if it's 4, 5, or 6. Charlotte's going to be battling. They're going to be battling. There's going to be smack talking. They're going to be going back and forth. LaMelo versus Cade Cunningham. That would be a great matchup, but I'm not sure because Philly and Orlando are going to have something to say. The loser is going to have something to say about that because they get the home field advantage and Charlotte has to go there. But I like how Charlotte played. I just think in the West, regardless of who wins the play in, Denver and San Antonio on a collision course for a great matchup. San Antonio could have beat Denver. They load managed and Denver beat them. So Denver is a higher seed than LA. You would have had an injured LA team playing, and now you're going to have Denver and San Antonio. They're going to whoop up on the play-in teams, and maybe if Golden State, if Curry goes nuts because they're a 4-time champion, I give them a little bit of a chance. But I don't think they're coming out of play-in. I like San Antonio and OKC and Denver. And I like Houston to beat a hurt LA team without um, their two stars, without Luca and Reeves. I just think Houston and Orlando. If I'm OKC, I want a hurt LA team in the next round, but they're going to get Houston. LA plays Houston tough. Houston plays OKC tough, and OKC has destroyed LA. But I just think it's going to be they're going to because of their defense, they're going to figure out a way. They can be a little goofy sometimes, Houston. I think they're going to figure out a way to play OKC. That'll be a good series. They play OKC very tough. OKC is going to stress through that series. I could see that being seven. And Denver and San Antonio. I think San Antonio is going to rue the day. They just didn't didn't have their players playing against Denver where they could have pushed them down to the 4 seed where they didn't have to see them because Joker and Murray, that pick and roll. San Antonio's got better talent than Denver, but Denver's got the experience. And I saw Joker against Wemby, and Joker is slick. You look at Joker and Wemby, Wemby should destroy him, but Joker's such a slick basketball player with all the tricks, and it's the playoffs. I don't know if San Antonio is ready for that yet. They're ready to. They're set up with their team to win championships. I don't know if it's particularly this year that they're ready. I think we're looking at Denver, OKC. I think we're looking at Boston and Detroit. I want to see the Knicks. The NBA needs the Knicks to get to the finals. If you got the Knicks and OKC, the contrast of styles, OKC, Oklahoma, out out to the far west, playing the city slickers of New York, and the Garden with the celebrities, the buzz. When there's nothing like the Garden when the Knicks are winning. I just don't trust them to walk into TD Garden and win a game 5, win a game 1, or win a game 7. I don't think you have to be, even though Boston's not a big team and Carl Towns has an advantage if they give him the ball in there, which sometimes they don't. Just think mentally, and Bridges is not making shots. I just think mentally that's too tough a hurdle. The Knicks have to beat Atlanta first, which I think they will. Boston will crush whoever they play. So Boston and Knicks probably going to run into each other. Detroit and maybe Cleveland. I like Toronto. Toronto's a nice and up and coming team. I just think that Cleveland, with their big two, will figure out a way to get to Detroit, but Detroit's going to get them. They'll get past a rugged Charlotte team, and we're going to see Boston and Detroit. And Boston knows they just have to win a game in Detroit. But Detroit's tough. Their defense. Detroit, because of the Thompson twins, Detroit and Houston, probably the best postseason defensive teams going. I like defensively with those guys and the rest of those guys they have on both teams playing defense. Like that. I like that. I like those guys. But it just feels like Boston and OKC are on a mission to see each other in the finals.